So you've managed to get your merry band of misfits together for a brand new campaign. But how should all these new characters meet? What sets them out on their journey? A tavern? Yeah, forget that. I'm telling you right now, the most epic D&D campaigns don't need to start with a quiet drink. They should start with a bang. Imagine this! Your players desperately clinging to the deck of a ship as a kraken tears it to shreds. Or they're frantically breaking out of a rolling prison cart just before it careens off of a cliff. This is how you skip those awkward introductions and forge a legendary party right off of the get-go. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to pull it off. But of course, who am I? I'm Sir Bearsworth, guiding creators, shaping worlds, and forging heroes. And let's be real, we've all done it. We've spent weeks, maybe months crafting the perfect world, building up a terrifying villain, planning for some true moments of heartbreak. And then your campaign kicks off with 5 total strangers staring across from each other at a sticky table, all trying to figure out who's going to be the first one to talk. It's the D&D equivalent of the first day of school. Tell us your name and one interesting fact about yourself. I know we all hated it. The tavern start isn't just a harmless cliche. You can kind of look at it as a design flaw. It puts all the pressure on your players to figure out why their loner rogue, their devout cleric, and their goofy bard would suddenly start risking life and limb for people they just met a few minutes ago. It forces the players to do all the heavy lifting of party formation, which tends to lead to the awkward dance of, so what's your deal? While you, the DM, just wait for the guy in the corner of the room to pull back his hood. Now what if there was a better way? A way to make your party's bond an automatic side effect of session 1, instead of feeling like a sudden pop quiz for all of your players. The secret isn't just, don't use a tavern. It's about replacing that quiet, passive meeting with a shared, immediate, and explosive problem. It's about starting the party in media res, right in the middle of the action, and forcing your players to become a team simply because they have to. But I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Today I'm diving into 5 explosive starts that's gonna turn your D&D party into the next group of legends. Welcome to the Prison Break. This one is a classic for a reason. Your players wake up in a dungeon, a cell, or a prison cart. They've got no gear, no weapons, and no clue who the people chained up next to them are. This setup is great because it accomplishes a few key things. First, it creates an immediate shared goal. We have to get out of here. There's no debating whether to take the quest. The quest is survival. That bypasses all awkward roleplay negotiation. It also forces cooperation. Maybe the barbarian can bust through a weak wall, but only the rogue can pick the locks on the manacles. Maybe the wizard remembers a key detail of the guard's patrols, but he needs the paladin to create a loud and holy distraction. You're not just telling them to be a team. You're creating a puzzle where teamwork is the only solution. And for parties that tend to skew a little more chaotic or neutral, this start bonds them through a shared illegal secret. And finally, it bakes mystery right into the campaign. Why were they all arrested? Were they framed? Did one of them actually do it? You can even kick off the session with a judge reading out all of the characters' sentences. A fantastic and natural way to get everyone's backstories on the table. The first quest is a jailbreak, but the next one is figuring out who put them there in the first place. You've now created a common enemy before the party even knows each other's names. Instead of a tavern, perhaps your party meets on the high seas. Say hello to the shipwreck. They could be passengers, guards, or just part of the crew. This gives you a great confined space to get some early introductions out of the way. But let's be honest, we're not here for the pleasure cruise. Just as everyone's getting their sea legs, disaster strikes. A magical storm, a pirate raid, a kraken from the deep. The ship is torn apart. The players wash ashore on what seems to be a completely deserted island, the only survivors. Why does this work so well? You just replaced a quest for gold with a shared, desperate struggle for survival. Their gear is probably gone, they're in a hostile new place, and the only other friendly faces are the other players. Trust isn't a choice anymore, it's a resource. They have to find food, water, shelter to survive. But this shared trauma forges a bond that's stronger than any quest reward. They aren't just a bunch of adventurers who met at a bar. They are survivors of the sea serpent. That's a group identity you can't buy for even 1,000 pieces of gold. And the story hooks from there are incredible. What caused the shipwreck? Was it a saboteur who's now conveniently missing? Is this island home to ancient ruins, forgotten gods, or maybe some very hungry Yuan-ti? That shipwreck has now become the explosive catalyst for a real campaign. Our next start is all about playing with players' expectations. Let's take a look at the festival gone wrong. You tell your players all of them are attending some big event, a royal wedding, a harvest festival, or a masquerade ball. This is a perfect way to bring characters together from different backgrounds. The noble fighter, the street urchin rogue, and the traveling bard all have a solid reason of being in the same place at the same time. Let them mingle a little bit. Let them play some fun carnival games and do some light roleplay. Let them soak in the atmosphere and get comfortable. And then, when their guard is down, unleash total chaos. Bandits crash the party. A political assassination throws the crowd into a panic. A magical experiment goes haywire, and suddenly all of the objects around the area come to life and start attacking. All of a sudden, these people who are strangers just moments ago are fighting back to back, protecting themselves and hopefully the innocents around them. The magic of this start is that it immediately provides the context of why everyone was there. When the attack happens, your players aren't just random adventurers. They suddenly become the heroes of the festival. This shared moment of turning chaos into order instantly establishes them as a competent team, not just in their own eyes, but in the eyes of the world. If you need help keeping all the chaos of your next session or campaign organized, why don't you try subscribing to the channel? I have tons of DM guides, hopefully bringing your games to the next level, or at the very least making it a little bit easier for you. Now, for all of my DMs who want to start off the campaign on a truly epic scale, this is where we have the city under siege. Your players don't just meet in the tavern. Sorry to say, tavern's gone. Got taken out in the first wave. Crazy, right? Instead, they meet on the walls as an invading army crests just over the horizon. Or maybe they're just shopping when the ground beneath them begins to tremble, and the city is suddenly attacked by something. That's up to you. This start immediately sets massive stakes. This isn't about some missing cat or a couple of goblins in a cave. This is about the survival of an entire city. It instantly turns strangers into a unified front against a common enemy. The party doesn't form because they were hired to, but because they were the only ones brave or foolish enough to stand up and fight back. You can give them immediate and concrete goals. The city guard is overwhelmed and needs help evacuating a neighborhood. The main gate is about to crumble and needs reinforcements. A key captain is trapped behind enemy lines and needs a rescue. Each of these mini missions forces many characters to lean on their unique skills. The fighter holds the line. The wizard lays down covering fire. The cleric heals the wounded, and the rogue scouts a safe path through the chaos. They become a team because the situation forces them into these roles. They don't just feel like heroes. They are heroes from the very first dice roll, and their legend will be forged in the fires of a citywide battle. This next one might be a personal favorite of mine. Your party will start with a pre-existing relationship and a shared, spectacular failure. Let's take a look at the failed heist. During your session 0, you establish that the players aren't meeting for the first time. They're already a crew. Thieves, mercenaries, spies, whatever works best. Then session 1 begins in media res, right as their latest job goes horribly wrong. And I mean disastrously wrong. The alarm bells are screaming, the guards are closing in, and their perfect plan is up in flames. Maybe literally. Start with the chase scene. Start with them trapped in the vault. Start with them realizing that the artifact they just grabbed is cursed, and now they have a whole new problem to deal with. This approach completely skips the whole getting to know you phase and jumps right into the how the hell do we get out of here phase. You want to create some instant high octane action right off the jump and sprinkle in some fantastic blame game roleplay? Why did the heist fail? Did the rogue get too cocky? Did the wizard misread the runes? Did the barbarian think that stealth was just a friendly suggestion? This creates a instant team dynamic, complete with history, inside jokes, and probably some friendly rivalries. The goal isn't just to get away, it's to escape, figure out who double-crossed them, and live to heist another day. You've kicked off your campaign with a bang, a shared failure, and a powerful reason for the party to stick together. They're the only ones who know what really happened that day, and maybe the dozen guards who saw them escaping. So, whether you shipwreck them on a lost island, throw them in jail, or start them in a city in the middle of a siege, the secret remains the same. A shared immediate problem is the best glue for a brand new adventuring party. You get to skip all the awkwardness, force them into teamwork, and make your players feel like a legendary crew the moment you say roll for initiative. The tavern will still be there in session 2, but this time they will walk in as a unified group, heroes with a story to tell, instead of a bunch of strangers waiting for the story to happen to them. Now I want to hear from you. What was the most epic way a campaign has started out for you? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one, and I am always looking for new ideas to steal. And for more tips on leveling up your DM skills, make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything that I'm putting out there. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Sir Bearsworth, guiding creators, shaping worlds, and forging heroes. And I'll see you all at the table. Bye.